Welcome back to Draymond Does Gaming, and well, here we go to episode 3, where last time we left off, we had found that the cloning bay does not always clone when your crew members die. And we're going to continue onwards on our long journey and figure out if we can stop the rebel flagship from destroying everything in its path. So here we go. And the very first thing we do is jump in an asteroid field. Your jump interrupts the Zoltan security ship as it follows Mantis pirate into an asteroid field. They message you, "Your presence here will continue to be tolerated, but please do not interfere." So do we interfere and save the Mantis ship, interfere and help the Zoltan ship, or don't interfere at all? In this instance, I think we'll take on the Zoltan ship, help the Mantis out. You overtake the Zoltan and catch up with the Mantis ship in the asteroid belt. Time to make some friends. And here we go. They are trying to take out our sensor systems. We're going to try to suffocate them there. They've got a missile coming into us, so we're going to quickly go and put up our defense drone, take out that missile, and then when everything's charged up, we're going to put our ion stunner onto their shields. When that hits, we're going to take out their weapons with our dual lasers and chain lasers. 4 lasers going at them. Let's see what we can do. Oh no. Then they've got the Mantis into our helm. They just took out our pilots. We're going to put our clone base so our pilot can come back. We're going to put our Lanius in the doors so they can take that out. And as soon as the ion stunner goes, we're going to take out their weapons again with all our lasers, take off that laser, and in this instance, close off our doors again, let them die there, and lasers going back into their weapons, take out those missiles, get our slug member back into the helm, try and get those doors up. And then let's take them out in that med bay while they're trying to revive themselves a little bit. The next thing we're going to hit them in is the helm. Once everything is back up, it may be some asteroids are going to finish them off for us. Nope, it's going to be our lasers. Send the Lanius back into the engine room, fix that up. As you're salvaging the Mantis wreck, the Zoltan security patrol returns with 3 other ships. You quickly salvage what you can and set off before they can stop you for questioning, getting 3 fuel, 1 drone part, 20 scrap. Apparently there is fire in some of our rooms. We're just going to open up everything other than where the slug is, so we can get all the fires burned out. And we're going to be a minute or 2 here as we wait for the Lanius to fix up the engines. That was a surprising harder fight than I thought it would be. I didn't think that they would send 2 Mantis right away into our ship, and was not expecting that at all. And close up all these doors. Defense drone is just getting some practice in, trying to take out all those asteroids as they try to hit us in the shields. And there we go. Lanius has finished it up. Good old fish. And we're going to probably head to the north here. It's got the most beacons adjacent to it. Sultan stationed near this beacon are happy to receive you as they give you the formal tour of their ship. You spy some local star charts and mentally log the details. It's not so bad. We get a free... that's not a too bad event, where you go to the beacon and basically you get free map details out of them. So it could be worse. It could be an empty beacon. But now at least we know that everything around us is populated with a enemy of some sort. There's a store down here. We're going to need to head there because we don't have that much hull left, and I think we're going to have to do some repair. I think our ship is doing fairly well other than that regard, so we're going to head to this beacon, go to this empty one, and hit up the store. You jump just in time to witness the Zoltan ship FTL drive overload. In his final moments, their captain implores you not to get involved, but it's too late. Their attacker is already upon you. Alright, they've got a big missile weapon. I think that might be a Hermes missile. So we're going to put up our defense drone just in case. They've got a teleporter as well, so they're going to... looks like they're going to send a slug and a human towards us. So depending where they land, I'm already going to be getting the ship de-oxygenized. So when they do land, there's going to be nothing for them to get into. And then right away, we're going to send... actually, we're going to wait for our dual lasers and chain lasers to get charged, send the ion stunner, then everything's going into their weapons. There we go, took their big missile offline, and they're not even going to get the chance to take out our crew member. He is going to die because of the no oxygen, but that's okay, we got a clone bay. And as that ion stunner hits them again, we're gonna hit them back in the weapons. Oh, it missed, but that's okay. We're gonna try it anyways. There we go. One shot in there, take it out with their missiles. They boarded us again. We're gonna send our slug Kapalka back in there, deoxygenate everything. So if they do decide to stay, it's just not gonna be fun for them, and just send everything back at their weapons. And we're just going to continue on this cycle until, well, they get down. And the next thing we're going to do is hit them in the shields. Once the ion stunner goes again. Going to move our slug back into, well, I guess, into the doors. So we can start repairing those. Oh, and we missed every shot on the shields. We're going to send our Lanius over actually to repair the doors. One, two into the shields. There we go. Hit them once. Let's try them again. Ooh, got the shields down a little bit. And once the ion stunner goes, we're going to try hitting them in the weapons. There we go. We're going to close off those doors so the clone bay can reoxygenate. So when our slug gets back, he won't die right away. And then as the ion stunner just hit them, we're going to send all our lasers in their shields. You've made your point. We are beaten. Take these and leave us to our shame. And they decide to surrender with 3 fuel, 2 missiles, 22 scrap. We're not going to accept that. We're in Zone 5. We can definitely get more for that. And then with no shields up, we're just gonna pound them to the ground. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful materials, getting 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 40 scrap. We're gonna send our Lanius back to the engine room. And put our slug to work with repairing the sensors, and then we're gonna regather ourselves here. Didn't really take too much damage there, just that one extra hull point when they broke their doors. So it's not too bad, but we definitely need to get to the store. The Zoltan shipyard is stationed at this beacon. You admire the display of hundreds of glowing Zoltan performing delicate exterior work on a massive transport ship. Continue onwards. And there we go, to the store. A human ship hails. My friends, please, there's nothing I don't have, and there's nothing worth wanting that I can't get. Why not take a look around my shop? So we will. And they've got Zoltan for sale. Or for hire, I should say. And that's not a bad thing. They've also got a Flak 2, which will help immensely on the flagship, as it'll take down all the shields. If it can get the shot through. And it's only 3 power too, so it's not that bad of a weapon. That compiled with the chain laser and dual laser, and we've got a fairly formidable ship, so I'm tempted about that. Actually, yeah, I think I might get that. We'll sell off our ion bomb. I don't think we'll need that anymore. In the charge time that has, I mean, they're 1 second off, but the flak gun, if we can get that going and then hit them with an ion stunner, that'll take their shields down for a while. And then if we can hit them in shields with the chain laser, dual laser, that's 4 lasers right there, so we can afford to get rid of the ion bomb. We're going to repair ourselves up just to 33%. And we don't need any more fuel or missiles, and then we're just going to continue onwards. Wish we had enough for getting that Zoltan, but that's just how it goes sometimes. The Mantis outcasts sometimes make the mistake of taking the Zoltan for an easy game. A scout moves in to attack while boarding party beams aboard from a nearby transport. Intruders on board. Continue. So, they boarded us right in the helm. This is no good. We're going to send our slug right into the door room, and wow, they really want to get us here. So, we can't have them in our clone bay. They do have a missile, so we're going to put up our defense drone, take down our engines, because we know our slug is not going to last very long here. We're going to keep our chain laser, dual laser, ion stunner up for now, as they only have 2 layers of shields. We're going to send our ion stunner into their shields, and then as soon as we can, we are going to dual laser them in the weapons, see if we can take down that 1 burst laser. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that. We're going to send our Lanius to our shields, repair that, and this is bad. They took down our clone base. We're going to actually lose our slug crew member. While their shields are down, we're going to send everything at the weapons, take those offline as much as we can, and they hit us in the shield room again while it's offline. That is just rude. Now, if we can continue doing this, just taking down just everything of theirs, all their shields, and send all our weapons onto their weapons, they won't be able to get through there. We'll go repair our weapons now, and while those are, well, he's repairing our weapons and their weapons are offline, we're going to send all of our arsenal towards their shields. Oh, 1 got through, so we're going to continue doing that. Take down their shield bar, at least until our ion stunner is up. And while that's charging, we're going to send everything back at the shields, set to auto-fire our ion center, move our Lanius into our clone bay, actually into our helm so we can get some dodge chance here. Our ion center missed, so we're going to send everything back at the weapons, take those offline again. Oh, he hit us. Wow, that drone completely missed that. We're going to send everything back into the weapons again, take that missile launcher offline so our drone doesn't even have to think. The ion center hit, we're going to send everything back in the weapons again. There we go, took them offline. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 30 scrap. Send our lone member, Fish, into the sensors. Let's repair those, then we'll go to the clone bay. Man, this has been quite the adventure so far. Not only did we lose the original members of the crew, but we've lost every other member that we've gotten so far, aside from Fish. Due to various events, poor mismanagement, on my part of course. But that's just how it goes with FTL. Since we only have the extra reactor bar, I was thinking about buying one more just so we don't have to take out anything in order to bring up a defense drone, but I just realized we only have a Lanius crew member left. We don't need oxygen anymore, as they just don't need it. So I'm going to take the bar out of oxygen, so we have the 2 here in case we need to bring up a defense drone or an anti-drone or something. Something more to help us out with missile defense, drone defense, etc. You catch a glimpse of a strange signal coming from a space station before your sensors shut off unexpectedly. As you discover that your sensors are being jammed, you hear hostiles beam onto your ship. Well, it's their loss really, there's no oxygen here. Intruders on board. Until you're able to jump away the hostile space station, your sensors will be disabled. You should deal with these boarders first though. And that's completely fine. We're going to put my Lanius... Actually, we're just going to run around the ship. Oh, they took off our clone bay. You know what? That's okay. As long as they... Oh no. I actually have to get to the helm or something quick. Wow. Oh, that could have been really bad. I figured I could just run him around, but failed to realize that we are very, very low on hull. So if they had actually taken out our doors and our helm, that would have been the end of their ride with us. And that would have been terrible. Sensors back, our clone bay, and we really need the clone bay right now. Without the clone bay, then if Fish died, we'd be dead. Thinking about renaming him soon, though, to something more appropriate than just Fish. And we're gonna go the safer route. Go here. Go to the... Yeah, if we look at this, you actually can't even jump from here, from these 2 beacons. So we're gonna go to here, this one, and to the exit. You arrive at a Zoltan research facility. They say they are researching genetic distortion due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. They ask if your crew has the time to undergo a few scans. Sure, we can participate in their study. Your crew calmly lines up for the Zoltans to take their readings. After a short time, the process is done. They contact you. Thank you for your participation in our study. Please accept these small cakes made from stiff dough as well as some scrap. 21 scrap. That's not too bad. I'm going to go to this beacon, and let's see what we've got here. A rebel ship is guarding this beacon. You order a pursuit course and prepare to scratch up one more. And they're going to teleport to us. And they have a missile, so we're going to bring up our defense drone. And we're going to hold off on that for now. And they're in our doors, of all places. Why would they teleport to the doors? Just don't understand. So here comes the missile. We're gonna move. We're gonna watch our doors, and then as those are going down, we're going to come back in, send our stunner to the shields. They haven't gotten through ours yet. We're gonna send our Lanius back into the helm. As that, oh, it missed. Of course it missed. We're gonna send everything we got to their weapons, try and take off that we took off the missile launcher. I guess that's okay. But they sent the lasers in, and their lasers took out our defense drone. Of course it did. So we're gonna continue auto-firing our ion stunner at their shields. It hit. Then as soon as our chain laser is online, we're going to send everything at their weapons. Look at that. There we go. We took off their charge laser. Their laser is going. We're going to put on our defense drone. Let's shoot it down. They shot down the missile. Whew, that was close. We're going to send everything back at those weapons. There we go. Took them down. The only thing left is their missile launcher, and that's really the only dangerous thing left too. So we're going to send everything back at those weapons, try and take that missile launcher offline. Unfortunately it didn't work. So ion stunner in the shields. Let's go chain laser in the weapons, take that offline. There we go. Dual laser into those shields. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. So they're trying to escape. It's delayed right now while they're trying to repair things. And here we go. My mouse is doing something weird. It can't go up or down. It can only go left or right. So we're going to wait for that next ion stunner to hit them. We're going to send chain laser at the weapons, dual laser in the shields. We started a fire. You're considerably more well armed than I would have thought. We surrender. We're not going to accept that surrender. We want them dead. In fact, I might just let them burn. That might be a good thing right now. If only they couldn't get to their med bay. Yeah, they're going for the med bay. I'm just going to burn or destroy them with the lasers. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap materials. 3 fuel, 1 missile, 30 scrap. Alright. Man, things are getting a little bit harrowing here. We're going to jump to the exit beacon. Hope for a store or something good. You arrive at long range beacon when the FTL drive is charged and jump to the next sector. You detect 2 ships, one chasing the other. Scanners show the pursuer is a pirate. Well, let's aid that civilian ship. You power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. Of course they do. They have a bomb weapon of some sort, a flak Mark 1, and a chain burst laser. This could be the death of us here. So what we're going to do, we're going to auto fire our ion center. We're going to shoot with the dual lasers and take them out with the chain lasers and hope we can take out that Zoltan shield. Just with their flak cannon, they can't get through our shields, but with combination, if they can both shoot at the same time, they're going to hit us, and that's not going to be good. And they have an ion bomb hit us in the helm, so we can't dodge or evade chances 0 right now. So what we need is our dual laser and our chain laser. Hit them in the weapons as soon as they're online. Here we go. Everything go. Take off their flak. That's good. Our shields can take out everything else. Or take on everything else. Ion stunner right back in those shields. As it hits, we're going to send our chain laser and our dual laser back in those weapons. Take them offline. They can't damage us right now. That's perfect. Once the ion stunner hits again and everything's online, we're going to hit them once in the shield, once in the helm. Take off that dodge chance, take down those shields, and then when everything's back up, we're just going to start murdering them. Here we go. One in the weapons and one in the oxygen, just because. We want them to stop breathing as soon as we can. Ion stunner back on those shields. Hit their weapons, or hit their shields, hit their doors. Why not? Here we go. The pirate ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. 1 fuel, 1 missile, 29 scrap. Apparently, the ship that was being assaulted was a science vessel. They thank you for saving them and offer a small reward. 1 fuel, 1 drill part, 28 scrap. So we have lots of scrap right now, and we're at the end of this sector, so we're going to go to the next sector. There's the civilian sector, or Slug Home Nebula. If we still had our Slug crew member, I might have gone to the Slug Home Nebula, but because we don't, we're going to go to the civilian sector and hope that there's a store within a jump. Welcome to a new sector. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the pursuing rebel catch you. So let's take a look at... There's no store in sight. Do we jump here? Do we jump here? Do we spend some of our well-earned money on upgrading our engines? We need to upgrade our doors. Easy enough. Keep our Lanius as safe as we can. In fact, we can close all doors since we don't have the auction on, and if they teleport anywhere, there's no oxygen. And then it takes them a long time to figure out that they have to get through the doors, and they'll eventually die of suffocation. So, that's a good thing. I think really that's the biggest thing. Perhaps upgrading our helm as well would be good, as if they hit it with a missile, or if a stray laser gets through, then it won't take down our hull any. Same thing with the cloning bay and oxygen, which would be good to go and do right now, but we want to save some money for the store when we can find it. Your scans reveal a mining base on a nearby planet, long since abandoned. No life signs detected. Still no store. Wow. Alright, we're going to go down to this nebula, then probably go across, and hopefully one of these is a store. It's hard to see why, but this beacon is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships at the small station is offering a deal. 2 drone parts for 5 fuel. Right now we have lots of fuel, and we don't have that many drone parts, and we kind of need the drone parts, so we're going to ignore that. No store here, so we're going to continue through that nebula, at least let the rebels take their time to get to us, since when you're traveling through the nebulas, the rebel pursuers, it takes them longer to get to you that way. Like the jump isn't as large for them because they can't find you. Your crew are constantly looking out of the windows, checking for hostiles. They jump at every creak and moan in the ship. The tension is almost palpable. And still no store in sight, so we're going to jump up to this beacon. It appears that an automated rebel scout was positioned within the nebula to warn of your passing. So they've got 4 layers of shield. An ion weapon of some sort, a drone of some sort, and it looks like a burst laser, heavy laser. So the ship starts to power up its FTL drive. If it gets away, it will no doubt warn the fleet of your position. They've got, oh, wow, that's a annoying ship to say the least. They're not that powerful. I don't know how well they'll get through our shields. Probably fairly well, because the combat drone Mark II fires fast enough where you constantly are down a shield layer. So it's like you're one layer less. So effectively, we'll only be fighting at two shields. So if we can, in time, before they charge theirs, we're going to jump before they do. Oh, and it's a 2-shot. 2-shot heavy laser, of course. Heavy laser Mark II. So we're going to send our ion center at their shields. It actually hit, which I'm surprised. So we're going to send our chain laser and dual laser at their weapons. See what happens. And one actually hit. I am overly surprised about that. They must not have that great of dodge chance, but oh, this is so nerve-wracking. We can jump. I'm gonna jump. Just get to that store. We need to repair because we are at 1 hull. A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below which offers supplies to travelers. You send out an away party to check it out. Whew, I am so glad we could actually make it here. with everything else that that's happened so far, we need to repair. Let's see, what else do we have? Do they have anything good to buy? I have a Hermes missile. The Hermes missile is fairly good if you have missiles, and we've got 20 of them, but it costs 3 power, and we just can't afford that right now. And I would like to get the Slack Mark II up, as if we can get that up, in fact, if we can use that in conjunction with either the dual laser or the chain laser, then I think we're on pretty good terms. Actually, in fact, we can use the Flak Mark 1 or Flak Mark 2 and the dual lasers. So the Flak Mark 2 can take down whatever shields we come across, and the dual lasers can just get in there and strike. I'm at odds if that's the better combination, though. I guess it depends on how many shield layers we are up against. Let's take a look back at that store. Anything else really? How much does it cost to get the next layer of weapons? At this point, we might just repair up to 50% hull and then save the rest right now. We do need to start upgrading our systems more, so I'm going to upgrade the drone control just in case a stray missile or something hits it and takes off our defense drone, because if our defense drone goes down, we have no missile defense, and that's one of the big things that we need. Alright, wow, there's not really anywhere we can go. Think about jumping back to this nebula, hitting up the distress beacon, maybe come back here and go back into the nebula, go back to the store, hit here, and go to the exit beacon. I think we'll have enough time to do that. Going to the distress beacon. What do we see here? You follow the distress beacon to a tiny asteroid belt. You find a small ship struggling to maneuver through the field. Hail them to offer assistance. They respond, "Help! Our shields are down, and we won't last long." We can try to shield their ship with yours, or with ours. Don't risk our ship, leave them to their fate. Or we can use a defense drone to protect their ship. I'm going to use a defense drone to protect their ship. I'd use this if we weren't already so low on hull, because the rewards are usually better than the hull damage you can take. Oh, and we still took hull damage. Ouch. Your drone succeeds in keeping their ship from breaking apart while they fix it. However, you take some damage while attempting to leave the asteroid field. They offer you some military supplies as thanks for saving them. They give you... you use the one drone part, gain 45 scrap, a stun bomb, but we take 4 damage. And our clone bay and weapons are down. In fact, our weapons are on fire. So that won't matter too much, as since our ship has no oxygen in it, the fire obviously can't go anywhere. So that's not too bad, but the fact that they took them out once, that's no good. Since we got the 74 scrap, we're going to actually put that into weapons. So if we want, we can bring up our chain laser, but right now we're going to have not only the Flak Mark II, the dual lasers, but we're going to put our ion center on as well. Send our Lanius fish back onto the helm and jump around. Here we go. Your sensors are picking up a distress call on an encrypted Federation channel. You eventually find a Federation scout being chased by a rebel fighter. Let's aid that Federation ship. You power up your weapons and engage the rebel ship. That's not too bad right now. If we're looking at that, oh, what is that? I paused that at a good time. I could actually see that they launched, I think, a boarding drone at us, but they do have a Flak Mark II, which will destroy our shields. we need to keep our Lanius on the helm so we have some sort of dodge chance here. They have a shield overcharger drone. They're not too bad. They basically add a Zoltan shield periodically over the ship, and if you let them go long enough, it's going to have that shield on there and continue getting charges to it, so you'll have a layer 1 Zoltan shield, layer 2, layer 3, etc. So we want to take that down as soon as we can. But the first and foremost, we want to take down that weapon, because that weapon is going to destroy us. So we're going to send our Ion Center in. Where is there... He hit our drone control, which isn't actually that bad. The only bad thing is that he's going to actually hurt it. So that's going. Our Ion Center is on auto attack. We're going to wait for it to go. Ion Center's gone. Hit that. We're going to send our Flak Mark II, in fact, right at their shields. We took down their weapons. We're going to send a dual laser at their drones. We hit it once, so at least their boarding drone is offline. The Ion Stunner is going to continue assaulting that drone. One right here. We're going to hit them in the shields as soon as the flak is online. And then we're going to send the dual laser at their drone control. Keep that boarding drone offline as much as we can. Their shields are offline, so that's a good thing. We're only down to 1. That's going to hit. Flak's going to go in there. Take off pretty well everything else. We're going to dual laser them in the drone control again. Oh, it missed. Of course it missed. Why wouldn't it miss? I want to say that this doesn't want us to win, but we're going. We're getting there. We're going to have a good time with this. We're going to send the Flak Mark II in. And just as that hits, we're going to send everything... Oh, the Flak Mark II actually destroyed it all. With the ship destroyed, you quickly collect useful resources. We get 3 fuel, 1 missile, 41 scrap. We're going to contact the Federation ship. The ship looks to be on the verge of destruction and life signs are fading quickly. Quickly try to rescue the crew. We get, despite your efforts, the majority of did not survive. The sole survivor offers to join your crew and helps you strip the now derelict ship of useful components, getting 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 23 scrap. And we get Pomeroy, the repair human. So since he's here, we need to put oxygen in our ship. And we're going to put we're going to get the Lanius over to the drone control as fast as we can. Pomeroy is going to be our new helmsman, since Fish is really good. Well, he's good at pretty well everything, but we're going to put him on weapon so we can get that charge on the flak cannon just a little bit sooner. 20% faster charge, so on a 22-second charge like the flak cannon, that's 2.2 seconds faster. And that's something that we need right now. So just wait for him to repair the defense drone here. And then let's just take a look at this map. Yeah, we're going to jump back in the nebula, come up to the store, repair again, go down to this beacon, and then go to the exit. We got a minute here. There we go. That's one thing that one of my gripes about this game is that once you've been to Beacon, nothing else ever goes there. So it's always constantly the same thing. Even let's say if you were to go to a beacon and there was something there, and if you left that beacon, you would see that there's something there and they never move. So there's no immersion as, like, let's say if there was a pirate ship at this one beacon and it was chasing a civilian ship, and you go in to help that civilian ship, but the pirate ship was too big or too strong for you, so you leave, and then you come back and it's still there and it's still chasing that same civilian ship, and it's like, wait, why didn't that civilian ship actually get away? So that's one of the things with this one. In fact, let's look at this. We've got from here to here, we got double that. You go here to here, then to there. Yeah, I think we'll have time. I think we'll be able to get to this beacon, the store, this one, then the exit. Let's try that out. Here we go. If not, it could only be the death of us. So, actually, maybe it won't be the death of us now. You see this small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive an automated message. We don't know who you are, and we don't care, but this is the right place for some ship repair. This is one of the few times I'll actually repair 20 damage because it is so cheap here. And because we've had quite the experience, nonetheless, to say, it might be the best thing to do that right now. Thank you for your business, no refunds. And that's some of the quirky comments that this game has, that sometimes you just think, well, no refunds, does that mean that something bad is going to happen to me or to my ship? Sometimes I think that, where it'll happen and then you get that response in the event, and when that happens you go, oh, does that mean that they're actually going to destroy something in the next jump or something? So yeah, it's a little bit quirky like that. So yeah, the store didn't really have anything we could get. The Rockman would have been nice, or well, even the Mantis for borders, but there's nothing we have here. We can, do we keep the stun bomb? No, we don't have a boarding party. The stun bomb is fantastic if you have a boarding party. What I like about it, it's a lot like the ion stunner, but if you look at the stun percent here, it's 15 seconds with the stun bomb versus 5 seconds with the ion stunner. So if you have a 2 Mantis raiding party and you launch a stun bomb into the shield room, you stun that shield man, send 2 Mantis in there, and just kill him right away. Like, he has no chance in even leaving the room before you're already done with him. So the stun bomb is great for that, but since we do not have a teleporter, we're just going to sell it. With 70 scrap, we get a upgrade. Instead of a clone bay, get a med bay. We can't get a teleporter and we can't get hacking, so we're just going to continue onwards. Your ship has sailed. We found you at last. Prepare to die. They've got a fire drone, just a basic laser, a mini beam, and a charge laser. They actually don't seem that bad at all. So we're gonna send the Flak Mark II at the shields, and right before the shields are online, what we're gonna do is send the ion stunner, take that down a little notch. Once that hit, we're going to send our dual lasers in their weapons just so they don't have a chance of even hurting us. And we're going to continue auto firing our Flak Mark II and our ion stunner at their shields. And as that hits, we're going to hit them right in the, actually, let's hit them in the helm. Take everything we have. Let's both forget this happened. As they surrender to us, but that's a pitiful surrender, especially this late, so we're going to just destroy them. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 2 fuel, 1 missile, 32 scrap. We're going to jump to the exit beacon. You've arrived at long range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Oh, perfect. This beacon seems to serve as a meeting place for local traffic. It seems you can find crew willing to fight for your ship here for a price. And they've got a helmsman rockman. I think I might get him. He's also good at repair too. So rockmen are good helmsmen to begin with. I've covered this before because they're immune to fire. They've got the extra health, so they don't ever actually leave the room. They can just take out the fire themselves. And then the fact that he's also a good helmsman means that we already have the good evasion bonus from it. So we're going to take Pomeroy, our would-be captain. We're just going to close all the doors right now just so we can get him down to the engine room without taking damage, other than he takes the shortest route, which happens to be through the Lanius's deauctionized room. And then we're going to open up everything again. There we go. And everything else deauctionized other than our engine room and our helm and doors. We're going to check out the next sectors here. We have the big choice of either a civilian sector or a civilian sector. And let's go to the civilian sector. Welcome to a new sector. Get the X beacon, jump to the next sector before pursuing the pursuing rebels catch you. It's been another 45 minutes, so I want to just say thank you very much for your time and for watching here. So if you like what you've seen, please remember to subscribe and like the channel, and I'll see you next time.